Thank you for clicking on this video. If you enjoy what you see, please like, comment, subscribe, and don't forget to ring that bell to stay up to date with our latest content.
And hey, don't forget, check out our Patreon where you can be part of the dream and enjoy this transaction.
Speaking of firing shots, let's talk about some Halo.
Yeah.
So, Halo Infinite has just released its first event called Fractured Tenrai, which gives players a chance to earn rewards such as the Yoroi Armor Core. It's a samurai-inspired armor. However, the event pass was met with negativity, as it's littered with tiers that include challenge swaps, XP, and repeated armor. We'll get into that shortly. But let's talk about the breakdown. I want to go over the breakdown. We're going to have a conversation about it. You know what I'm saying? I want to talk about all the things here. So just to give people an idea. So again, 30 tiers in total. All right. Out of those 30 tiers, 10 of them are XP bonuses. All right. That's 10 alone. So that leaves us now with 20. All right. 6 of them are challenge swaps. For those who don't know, you're given daily challenges that you can swap out if you don't like what they look like. So some of them will say get this many double kills, get X amount of headshots, get X amount of just kills in general. And if it's too difficult for you because you're a little noob, you might want to swap out that challenge. You may want to. I'm just saying. So and hey, I've done it. There's no shame in it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I've used like 6 challenge swaps in like one day before. I'll be honest with you. So again, that's 6 challenge swaps. So now we're already at 16. We're already halfway done essentially with that tier list. All right. So 16 out there. So that leaves us with 14 left. All right. So 4 of now are emblems. However, you need to the reason why there's 4 is because you got to be unlocked for every piece of either armor. So you got your armor set, that's 1 emblem. You got your vehicle, that's 1 emblem. A weapon or weapon skin, I guess, has an emblem on it. You could put an emblem on that, and then your banner. That's your 4 emblems. So now we're sitting at 20. So that leaves us only with now 10 more tiers to go through. All right. By the way, 3 of those are now our color palettes, which are armor specific also. So you can't put them on every armor. Oh man, it's just when you think like, oh, that one sucks. That one sucks. It just sucks a little bit more, right? So where are we sitting at now? So 60, 20, that's 23. All right. Here's number 24. You get 1 call sign backdrop. For those who don't know, it's just whatever your banner is. You get a little backdrop, little design in the background. That's really I think nobody even thinks about it. I forgot those were even in the game myself. Yeah. So that's 1. So that leaves you now with just 6 more pieces of slots here, which is going to be your armor. That's what it is. So 6 armor pieces left, and then to top off more onto the stank here, 2 of them are shoulder pads that have to be unlocked twice. The left shoulder pad and the right shoulder pad are unlocked separately, individually, which is kind of weird because you don't do that with legs, you don't do it with arms, but you're doing it with your shoulder pieces. Okay, I guess. Chris, Brian Gerard, aka Sketch of 343, he responded. All right, I'm gonna try to put the tweet up here, see if that way people can see it as well, and I'll read it exactly what it says. He says, "Hey, he's been traveling, so slow to respond, but please know the constructive feedback is being heard loud and clear. Changes will take time, and our priority this week is giving the team a much-deserved break for the holiday after a long final stretch. Thank you for your understanding. Pray your hands emoji." Chris, how does this make you feel? What do you give me some things here?
If this isn't the most 343 shit you've ever fucking heard. Alright guys, a little bit of a Chris rant. It's been a while. Ooh. Now you have to understand, I'm a huge hardcore Halo fan, and this just has Halo 5 written all over it. Reusing assets in the ret pack where you're getting the same skin but with a different line through it, and like having to go through the grind of it all and it just seems like that, a grind, and it sucks. And because the gameplay yet again is so rock solid that because it is so good in a day and age where all we're getting is beaten and broken video games, that this shines bright because everything else shines bright.
Right.
And it's frustrating, especially when you break it down to 10 XP bonuses.
Yeah.
And what happens, like me right now, I have a 1 weekly left, and the rest are 50 I get per game. And I'm like, you're telling me what? I just get 100, and it's just like a grind. And it's just I get it that it's season 1 is 6 months now. and you have to stretch out this content you have, but oh my god, not like this 343, not like this.
Right.
Oh, you know,
Oh no, you want to keep going or
no.
Okay, so like a lot of people are upset about this, all right, and as well as they should be. I don't think this should go unnoticed. You know, I'll be honest with you, and this is just my personal opinion. I do feel like a lot of people are being too hard on it. Like I went through, like I know people were telling me about it, and it did sound like it sucked. It was like a little all over the place. It was a little, you know, it kind of sucked, whatever. But when I was doing the research from it, I'm like, okay, yes, it does suck, but I just feel like I don't think it's as bad as people say it. And I guess it's because I'm looking at Call of Duty, a game that you paid $60 for, or that I paid $60 for, right?
You paid
I paid $35, whatever. But still, even then, I paid $35 for this game, right? And even then, like I had, first of all, this is a free. Let me make something clear. This is a free pass, a free battle pass, or a free event pass, is what you want to call it. So if I'm not spending any money, I'm not too mad about it, right? It takes time, sure. Like you said, you mentioned it's a grind, and time is valuable. Time is money, sure. I agree 100% with that too. So you can choose to do it, to deal with it, or not to deal with it. I get that. I'm not saying they don't deserve the pushback or the criticism, but I feel like it's just a little too much. And maybe that's because it's been too good so far. Maybe that's why it seems like this is even worse than what it actually is. Don't get me wrong. 10 XP bonuses, 6 challenge swaps. That's more than half of the pass. Unacceptable, 100%. But when I look at, you know, what I'm getting so far, you know, I'm getting solid gameplay. I look at Call of Duty. The pros are, you know what the pros are complaining about? They have, first of all, we know the Call of Duty pro scene. It starts off in December, like a week after the game officially releases, right? That's when their pro officially, like their major starts, their official competitive scene. Call of Duty doesn't start till February, 4 months after the game comes out. All right. To top off that, though, the pros who are supposed to be scrimming, they don't even know what their third game type's gonna be. There's no official third game type. You get what I'm saying here? Like, they know they're gonna be playing Search and Destroy. That's a given. And they know they're gonna be playing, shit, I forget what the second one. There's two, and then they don't know if it's gonna be Capture the Flag, or they don't know if it's gonna be Capture the Flag, or shit, I already forgot what it was. There's like several different game types, I guess, that they could choose from, and they just don't even know which one it is yet. So they're not. Some of them aren't even scrimming it, because, or they are scrimming, or they're calling it half scrims, because they can't even scrim the whole thing. They don't even know what the fuck they're gonna be playing. They don't know what maps is gonna be on there. They don't know shit. So it's just like, I see that, I'm like, damn, dude, and you're paying, that's a $60 game. This shit should have been tight. It should have been done. How is it that they're trying to figure this shit out now? You know, so I see this, and I see 343, and I'm just like, granted, 343, because by my understanding, even Sledgehammer had an even smaller dev cycle to work with, so which sucks. I get that. I'm sure the whole allegation, well, not allegation, you know, the whole Bobby Kotick Activision shit that was going on with the courts.
Legally, we're saying allegations.
Yeah, okay, allegations. Yeah, sure, allegations. I'm sure that put a little stop into what they were trying to do, maybe. Understandable, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like, but I see, you know, 343, you know, I'm like, man, I can't really, maybe this is also Apex, you know, Apex, they do an update, release something new, it usually breaks the game. You don't really hear people, I don't hear people complain that much about it for some reason. They get like a free pass for some reason, right?
I couldn't agree with you more.
Right. I'm sure that there's people that bitch about it, but I'm not as much as you think they should be, right?
Yes. Okay. This is a lot to unpack here.
Absolutely.
You basically just dropped the gauntlet liquid, and I want to get back to the battle pass, and I get it, what you're saying, and I have to agree with my brother Matt. One of his big points is that Apex. I'm gonna use Apex as a main example. A conditioned audience.
Okay.
Halo hasn't conditioned nothing, because everyone's used to getting. Everyone loves pointing at Halo Reach and the wealth of content you got at Halo Reach, even though it was the opposite. Halo Reach is the opposite of Halo Infinite.
Right.
Everything outside of Halo Infinite, awesome. The actual game, trash. You know, and so the thing with the battle pass is just so laborious. People have talked about how they play 8 hours and don't get anything. at the beginning, or you're getting like 50 points a pop, and they've done the math, and it's like 20. You need to play 21 games to come up positive before the old day one system. Okay, so that's just a thing right there. That's without the weeklies. But like I said, I'm already out of weeklies because I did the Fiesta and the armor event.
Right.
Then I'm like, it doesn't do anything for me to cash in these extra XP points because I'm like, oh, what, for 50, like it's gonna, I'm like, that is dumb.
Sure.
Like I know that when the week resets, it would be the best time to do it. But going back to now, like I think that's the main issue because people talk about they played 8 hours. Like I think about day one when we were all playing, when the world was playing.
Yeah.
I'm like, we played for like 4 to 6 hours, and I was level 2. That's ridiculous.
Oh, you're talking about the battle pass, like the official battle pass.
I'm talking about the battle pass itself.
Right.
Because the thing is, the reason why the Uri event is catching such heat, because it's a compound problem with the actual battle pass itself. And it makes me... The thing is, you get one... Like, there's very simple fixes for this stuff. You get a armor color. You get a color. It goes on everything.
Sure.
I get it that there's fixed armors, and that's okay. Like you get like the Halo Reach armors, like they are who they are. They're fixed armors, and you make them their own thing in the battle pass. That's okay. But it's like, it's weird when I like have a like one color for an armor because it's a Mark 5, but it doesn't work on the Mark 7 armor. But it's, think about how ridiculous that is to the average player that doesn't understand the difference between Spartan armor. Like, is he a Spartan? Yeah. Is he a cyborg robot thing that fights aliens? Yeah. Why can't I put this? Why can't I put blue on this? And I gotta put blue on this with the 2 different blues.
Right.
Like, that's overly complicated for no reason. And then it's just grindy, and it just like, not clickbaity, that's what I want to say because I'm a YouTuber, but it's just like so uncool microtransaction-y.
Right. You're right. Oh, good.
Okay, yeah, so like that's my issue with that. And when it comes to like the $60 stuff like that, yeah, and I feel like that's why people are upset about it. But like, people are upset, but they're not like, this game is trash, it's garbage. You've been hearing things like that here and there, like people try to say that, but like the audience is still like, yo, bro, I get it that these skins are issues, but this game is still fire.
Yeah, that's
so
where I'm
at.
Exactly, and that's where I'm at too, I guess. And maybe that's my fault because, you know, I love the game so much so far, as far as everything that I've played so far, that like. When I'm in the middle of fighting somebody, like I remember, because just like you, I'm like, man, this battle pass is taking forever. And then you know what I did was, as soon as the next game started, I didn't give a shit because I don't see none of that shit. For me, I'm like, oh, I'm getting this cool armor, so that way the person that I'm fucking up can see it. So the person that I'm fucking up could see me teabagging them in it. That's literally what I'm getting it for. Like, I'm like, that's cool and all. That's great. But for me,
I want a bag in style.
Yeah, I guess that's what it is. Yeah, you want a bag in style, and I think they have right to complain. I don't think you're in the wrong or anyone is in the wrong for complaining about it. Like I said, for me personally, it's not a huge issue, just because I like the game so much. A little eyebrow action there.
Don't worry about it. Just keep on talking.
And then yeah, like the like I said, the battle pass, even the stuff, it is feel a little light. It doesn't feel a little grind, like, well, it is grindy, but does it feel a little, I guess, jarring? You know, it feels a little scummy sometimes. Absolutely, it does feel a little scummy, especially when there's stuff that you can buy and unlock like right now versus stuff that you have to like really grind for. And then, you know, it just, I don't know. Like I said, to me, it's not that big a deal from what I've the little bit that I've paid for, and for what I'm actually getting. Yes, I get it. The armor, you know, getting 2 different shoulder pieces, it's annoying. Getting a color or a specific color for this armor, but it doesn't work on this armor, that sucks. That is annoying. Absolutely. To me, it sounds like, yeah, okay, it just sounds like 343 was out of ideas for making actual content, and yeah, and they're just trying to prolong it, is what it is, trying to make it, you know, absolutely that's what it sounds like.
Like, I know they already talked about, there's already in the coding of second battle pass they have going on to help alleviate some of the content, because the thing is, like, this is a grind, but we're all gonna hit the end of this grind.
Right.
hell or high water. Like, I know I've been playing pretty avidly, and I'm already level 46 on the battle pass. Like, I'm almost halfway done, and we are like what, a week or two in.
Yeah, I'm only like 15
So
myself.
Yeah, like, but I paid for the
Oh,
extra.
that's right. I
extra
forgot
20.
about that. That's right.
So, and like, don't get me wrong, and I just in case someone hits me, someone on you, one of you microtransactionists look up and you're like, wait a minute, fam, I seen your armor set and you paid some cash. I have paid into it.
Sure.
And but the thing is, like, I paid into it because I'm having fun, but I'm the hardcore. Like, to me, I'm like, oh, I got paid, dog. Let me see what this store got right quick. I remember I woke up in the morning. I'm like, oh, I got paid, and I'm like, turn on the Xbox. I'm like, what's going on? Let's put like $10 in the system.
Right.
Let's see what's happening.
Like, people probably look at you and think, hey, you're part of the problem. You know what I'm saying,
bro? It's awesome that you said that, because Justin had a situation, also Patreon of the show,
right,
where someone's like talking shit to him. And I'm like, damn, bro, I wish someone would talk shit to me.
Same.
And then someone did it on my own team. It's like, oh my god, you paid so much money. And I'm like, I'm sorry, small bank, I can't hear you.
Yeah, it's like,
and like, I know that's a terrible attitude to have, and you shouldn't do it. But we're like, honestly, I'm just having fun.
Yeah,
on my free time.
Absolutely.
So, but like, it's just a funny joke between me and Justin, but because I don't make a lot of money like that, it's just funny. But just like I'm not the free to play player, and I feel like the free to play player is getting screwed over.
Absolutely, and that's the one who's bitching the most. I feel like, you know,
and I think appropriately so. I don't think
like,
I get that the game is great. Even the game is great.
Right.
Still has problems. Then they haven't even got to yet.
Right.
Because everyone's worried about you see, the thing is, with an audience base that's this big, that Halo now has, at least for the short time, people are focused on, like, I want the pretty thing. They're like, me and Liquid and Justin and a couple of our friends have all talked about, like, the in-game stuff that needs to be fixed, and how custom, like, to get a custom game going of 8, it can be great or terrible, but no one's talking about that yet.
Right. That's where I feel like that's where the problem should be. Like, people want to bitch about the battle pass and shit like that. Like, dude, I'm like, I get crashes on a daily basis. My game crashes. You know what I'm saying? The other day I crashed, I think, twice or 3 times. And then the desync issues that even the pros are complaining about. You know what I'm saying? There was I think the ball thing got patched, if I'm not mistaken, as far as a timer. But there was a point where when you hold the ball in the oddball gameplay style, the number is supposed to stop. The official timer is supposed to stop, but it didn't. So I think they patched it. I'm not sure 100%, but that's what I'm bitching about. Absolutely, I could care less about the battle pass stuff. I'm like, fix the game as far as the gameplay first. All that shit later, that shit will come. Like, so that's why I'm like, I feel like when I look at the grand scheme of things, I'm like, that's what we're bitching about. I'm like, no, bitch about what I feel like should be bitch about, the gameplay. Because at the end of the day, Chris, you and I both agree, gameplay is what? It's fucking king.
I agree with you, but I have to give a little bit of pushback, maybe even plays devil's advocate.
Sure.
Where people like the shiny new stuff. People love the reason why all this pushback Halo's getting is out of love, is what people don't understand. It's because people love it, but somehow 343 being 343 found a way to get in the way of people's wallet and their product. Only 343 can find a freaking way, because people are mad, like, hey bro, I want to spend money on your game, I just don't want to feel like I'm getting fucked over when I'm doing it.
Right.
Because that's the problem. Because I've heard from multiple other Halo YouTubers, and like, I want to spend money on this game, but I feel like if I do that, I'm supporting a machine that is fucking over the little guy, the dude who's just playing Xbox Halo, you know, just working every day, plays a couple hours a day, you know, all he does the responsible thing, he handles his responsibilities like he's supposed to, he or her, and, you know, do that. And not everyone's like me, where I'm like, I got some cash to burn, baby. Okay, yeah.
Right. No,
you know what I'm saying?
Same here. And like, I agree with you there. I don't think they have and I don't think they're wrong. I don't think anybody's wrong in this situation. And like nobody is, you know. But my whole thing is just listen, because I've thrown a total of $35 into this game, and it's because the way I see it is, and I know you probably spent a little more there, Chris, but the way I see it is, listen, I've had $35 worth of fun so far, and so I'm okay with it. You know what I'm saying? Even past the broken shit. Would I want them to fix it? Absolutely. Does that mean I'm gonna keep spending money? No, I could stop if I really feel like I'm getting screwed over. If I really feel like something's not worth my money, I'm not gonna pay for it. I can speak with my wallet. You know what I'm saying? I don't mind doing that if I need to, but it's just like, yeah, I just feel like I have spent this much money because that's how much fun I've had in it. And if you have a problem with it, hell, that's your fucking problem. Like, you know what I'm saying? Don't try to come at me or anybody else who's thought, hey, you spent money on this game. Like, don't bitch at somebody else just because you can't fucking afford it. That's just what it comes down to.
Whoa,
Okay. I went a little. No. That was a little too much. That was a little hot.
I appreciate it. No, I get it. I like it. Don't get me wrong. But
but no. But to close it out, just for what I was just gonna say, is that I do feel like it's not the whole affording thing. Like, I do feel like that you shouldn't bitch at anybody else who wants to make a purchase on it. That's what I'm trying to say. It's like,
no, if I agree with you on that.
Speak with your wallet. That's all I'm trying to say. Speak with your wallet, not with anybody else's. Right.